And Damien, just your thoughts on this point as well. Like we saw Sanya making a mistake there, Otamendi is making mistakes, Stones. That there's a whole there's more issues here. There's a load of players making mistakes.
No, but the point of defending is that you actually budget for mistakes. You feed them into the equation. What happens if? And you always take a pessimistic view. The same as a striker should always be an optimist. A defender should always be pessimistic.
Expect the worst.
In other words, expect the worst. What happens if?
I don't think they've got to talk that. I don't think anybody's talking in the backline, and they don't help each other. They don't cover each other. We see time and time again they play Otamendi, Stones. They're the last men. They play 1 against 1. The fullbacks don't cover quick enough. They're not the youngest anymore, and I think that's a big problem because if you don't talk in your backline, if nobody takes command, then you can concede goals as we've seen.
No, I think the phrase that perfectly explains is they're all the defenders. That's what they should be first and foremost. But it looks like none of them smell danger.
Yeah.
And I think Man City are at the most vulnerable when they have the ball. If they've got 7, 8 boys forward and they leave 2 at the back, they don't smell danger whatsoever. The amount of times they've been hit on the break this season, and it's more against top teams because top teams break with speed and with quality. I think that's when they get found out. They could tonight with the likes of Mbappe, Lamar. But listen, we're on Guardiola. This is the other side. You know, we've looked at the negative points all week in the press. He's been talking about wanting to defend 40 metres from a goal from the opposition goal because if they win the ball, they're straight at it and they can score. And I think this is the perfect highlight. This was against Barcelona. We all remember it well. Sergio Roberto cuts back in, and the man that makes the goal here for me is Aguero. When we think about Barcelona, we think about Ter Stegen, and we always see this. Back to Ter Stegen, and that's your out ball there. But because Aguero is sitting in there, he's blocking off the ball to the centre half, he's blocking off the ball to Ter Stegen. It's not on at all. You could argue the only out ball they have is the full-back Roberto to there. He's on his weaker foot, so show me a player that can do that, and well, I don't think there is any. So that's their only out ball there. So pressing high, wonderful stuff, and as we know, they go on and score a goal within 3-4 seconds. This is the benefits of pressing high, the high pressing game. What Barcelona have been doing for years, he's obviously brought it to Man City, and it's in his DNA. We can talk about all night long about defending, what have you. He ain't going to change.
And if that goes wrong, the weakness with it from a City point of view, if the press goes wrong,
that's where you have to be so well drilled, and that's why I admire him so much, because on the training ground he does have them drilled. When you see that, if one man is late in the press, too early, out of position, it just falls apart like a deck of cards. So against Barcelona, if Aguero doesn't do that, if De Bruyne is too late or Silva pressing in there, not locking on, Barcelona are out and they're at your back 4, your back 5 straight away like that. So I said, they're so well drilled at it, you just have to admire it.
Yeah, the question about the pressing game is, can you keep it up? Because it's very demanding. We noticed when Klopp first went to Liverpool, they were pressing, but not pressing now. And they're not pressing in so high up the field. And Barcelona, at a certain point that Damien's referring to under Guardiola, they had you in the corner. 2011, I think they played Manchester United Champions League final. Boom, nobody could get out.
Yeah.
But it's hard to do, and you need to do it as a unit. I mean, one of the basic things in football is you defend as a unit and you attack as a unit. And I don't think this happens. I think if I can just touch the machine. Just to make the point.
Goal.
Just to make a point. Here we go. In this area here, you see, if you're pressing high up the field, you need guys up with you. So you need support, and it needs to work, for everybody. And that's the problem. I think Damien's right, and Didi in appreciating what he's done attacking-wise, but there's some way to go to make it work in the Premier League.
I think at Barcelona and Bayern Munich, they suffocated teams because they had so much of the ball. When they play in the Premier League now, or if they play at a European level, there were games with Barcelona, Bayern Munich where they had 75% possession, even in the Champions League. City won't have these numbers, and they have to press a lot harder than a Barcelona team or a Bayern Munich team under Pep had to press to get the ball back. And I think that's where he sometimes misjudges what's actually happening, because they're not as dominant as these two teams, and hence sometimes, or a lot of the times, when they do lose a ball defensively, they're out of position.
Damien, I want you to